Hi guys, Steve Blankard here again, out at the range with another antique firearms video. I was at a gun show this last weekend, and most of the stuff I see at the gun shows is pretty much crap. Nothing, not much I'm interested in. But every once in a while, I come across something, and this weekend I found this little number 4 Remington rolling block, a little boy's rifle in 32 rimfire. Now, I've played with 32 rimfires for quite a while. If you follow my channel, you know that I make a lot of rimfire ammunition in different sizes, and I've had several of these. In fact, my son has one of them that's in 32 that I converted to centerfire many years ago. Well, this one's in rimfire. It's got a pretty good shootable bore, and the price was right, so I grabbed it. So I thought I'd come out and shoot a little bit today. So I had to make up some reloadable 32 rimfire cases. I've done those before. Some of that stuff's been discussed in other videos. So I made up a few cases, and so I'm out here to try it today. But I want to talk a little bit about 32 rimfire in general. This is one of the most prolific cartridges that came out, in the 1860s, and it was very popular in both handguns and small rifles. And for 100 years, it was one of the most popular cartridges around. Of course, it hasn't been made since World War II, except for a small run that Navy Arms had done back in the 1990s. And actually, there might have been some Canadian stuff made also. But it's you can't find it now. When you do find 32 rimfire ammunition, it's usually the priming compound is dead. So doesn't leave you a lot of options. But there is actually a couple options. Um, and what I do is I make my own reloadable rimfire cases. And for the 32 rimfire, I make them from either 32 Colt brass, or if I can get it, 25-20 single shot brass. And then I also have, I brought out, we'll show you this in a minute, I have one in 32 extra long as well. And that's a number 2 rifle. And that brass is made from 25-20 single shot or 327 Federal Magnum brass. And then they can be made in both center fire and rim fire, and that's one of the really beauties of Remington rolling blocks. The breech block is really fairly easy to convert to center fire, and so I've done that with a number of my rifles, or I've got them that are center fire, and the blocks are often interchangeable between one, either the same size, either number 4 or number 2. They're often interchangeable, so if you have one center fire block, you can use it for a number of different guns. So today I've got this little number 4 out here that's in straight 32 rimfire, and then I also have a number 2 sporting rifle, which is a little bit bigger, and this is in 32 extra long. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, and I've discussed this a little bit in some of the forums I've been on, is Remington was pretty lame about marking the caliber markings on these, and they're simply just stamped 32. That's all it says, just 32 on the bottom side of the barrel. But they're not chambered for the same cartridge. The number 4, the small boy's rifle, is chambered for 32 rimfire, but the number 2 rifles are chambered for the 32 extra long rimfire. So it's a little bit longer case, a little bit more powerful, which kind of makes sense, at a larger, stronger rifle. And you can shoot the standard 32 rimfire in the 32 extra long chamber. The bullet's just going to jump a little bit. But there's no difference in the marking, so you wouldn't know that. So most people just think that it's 32 rimfire, but it actually takes a longer, more powerful cartridge. And so I want to show you those. I'm going to bring the camera over here, and hopefully you can see this. Okay, so here are, on the left there is a extra long, 32 extra long, and then the middle is the 32 rimfire. And then you can see the, hope you can see this, sorry. And you can see the rimfire, reloadable rimfire case here and how I make them. They're made to take a 22 blank as the primer. And so we're going to shoot some of these today. So let me put this back up here. Now, I just made these reloadable rimfire cases, and sometimes I got to work on getting the relief cut right just so the firing pin hits it. So occasionally I'll get one that doesn't go off until I fine tune them a little bit. So we'll try a few of them here and see how it goes, or just a couple of them. So I've got a target set up here now, just at 25 yards, not very far away, but let's give it a shot here. And these have to be oriented with the in a certain position because I have a relief cut on the edge of the converted case to allow the firing pin to crush the primer. So they have to be oriented with the firing pins at the 6 o'clock position on these. All right, let's see what happens here. Well, that one didn't go. Let me try repositioning it a little bit. Well, let me try another one. There we go. Let's take another. These are really sweet little rifles to shoot. They're so nice and handy. It's a neat little cartridge. See, this is what happens when you try to do something live on video. Well, let's try a different one. There we go. Well, let's try one more. All right, that's 3. Yeah, I still got to work in these cases, get them fine-tuned, I guess you could say. Now, you know, I have another one of these number 4 rifles that I gave my son on his 4th birthday, and that was 35 years ago. And that one I converted to centerfire, and the centerfire equivalent of 32 rimfire is 32 Colt, which is, it's not real easy to find, but it's still around. You can still find the brass, so I keep that loaded for his rifle. And the longer, the extra long rifle, the extra long rimfire, is the centerfire version is virtually identical to 32 Ballard extra long. The Ballard case is just a tad longer, but it's virtually the same otherwise. Now this number 2 rifle, I converted to centerfire a number of years ago, and I make the cases for this mostly from either, let's say, 25-20 single shot brass, or I machine 327 Federal Magnum brass for it. And it works really good. It's a very accurate rifle, and this cartridge is very similar to the 3220 ballistically. So let's just take a few shots with this one. Now again, this is the centerfire version, but it's ballistically it's the same as the rimfire. Okay. You can hear the report's a little bit different. It's a little bit more powder, and it's got a little higher velocity. These are about 1,100 feet per second, these rounds here. And these all shoot heel bullets, by the way. Either the 299 153 ideal bullet mold, which was kind of the standard 32 rimfire bullet. And the one I like for the extra long is made by Accurate Molds. It's a 31-090S mold. Very accurate. I've shot, I want to say, with this rifle, when my eyes were cooperating, I've shot probably about 1.25 inches, 100 yards with it. So it's a really good, very, very good bullet. And surprisingly, for a heel bullet, people don't think of heel bullets as being very accurate, but this one shoots extremely well. All right, one more shot here. Okay. So as you can see, the number 2 shoots really well. The number 4, this is the first time taking it out. I just got it the other day, and I just made these cases. So the cases need a little bit of tuning to till they're going to be more reliable. But it shoots really good. So let's take a walk down to the target and just see how it did. I'll put you on a pause for a second here. Okay, I'm down here at the target, and so this is the 32 Rimfire, the number 4 rifle. I just got 3 shots off, and that shot pretty darn good. Even though I had some misfires on a couple of the cartridges, but the 3 that I fired shot really nicely. And then this is the 32 extra long rimfire out of the number 2 rifle, and as you can see, it shoots quite well also. So they're both really going to be fun. I just need to do a little bit of work on the number 4 cases and get those done. The number 2 is my kind of one of my favorites. I try to take out quite frequently, and it's a great rifle. So anyway, that's just a little bit about the 32 rimfire and the 32 extra long rimfire. Great old-time cartridges. But I tell you, if you're walking around a gun show and you see a 32 rimfire rifle, you know, most people they look at it and they're going to set it back down again and walk away. But there's some really fine rifles out there that go untouched and unloved because people don't have the ammunition for it. But there are ways to get that ammunition. There's 2 places that make reloadable 32 rimfire brass. So you can get that. You can buy the bullets, or you can buy the mold if you want to make your own. But there are ways to go ahead and get them shooting. So if you're walking around and you see one of these nice old rifles, or even a handgun in 32 rimfire, give it a second look. You might be surprised and find something that's you'll have a lot of fun with. So, hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up, like my channel, and I will be back again with another video pretty soon. Take care. Bye.